Hi, can you please tell us your name and what do you do?
I'm Timbo Gonzalez.
Timbo, what does it mean for you to have the King of the Court title?
It's very important. It's probably one of the best titles in the sport of singles to have. It's the crown jewel. Everybody wants that title under their belt, because for bragging rights. Also, it's probably, I think, one of the toughest tournaments to win. So, just having that accomplishment under your belt is very satisfying.
How many titles do you have?
I have four King of the Court championships.
Which one was the most memorable?
Probably the one when I fractured my meniscus and I had to play Thabo in the finals. So that one, because everyone they were doubting me, and Thabo, he's a top athlete on top of his game, great shape, great two hands, and great combinations, man, in the game, good serves and second shot put away. So playing against him with a fractured meniscus, it was difficult, but I had to zone that out and just keep playing my game and build up momentum. So that was probably my best King of the Court.
How long it took you to recover?
From 6 to 8 months to recover.
Any specific training techniques?
Yeah, there's a bunch. A lot of people, they train different. They come out to the courts. They play a lot of singles games. They probably run, go jogging for endurance. Me specifically, the way I would train for a tournament is I'll run drills. I'll jog a certain amount of miles a day. You have to fix up your diet, so your eating habits. And it's a lot of resistant workout, like CrossFit. Anything that's gonna stress your body out and give you that extra boost you need for endurance when you're playing in the game, running back and forth. You got hard matches and you're in the later rounds, you always need that second burst of energy. So like a lot of resistant workouts, they're the best to train for these tournaments.
What is your next tournament?
King of the Courts we have this weekend coming up is the next tournament.
And the one after?
After that is the U.S. Open, the 10K that Izzy and Melissa throws. Impact. That's a great tournament right now. That's like definitely taking over. Everybody wants to be in that tournament and place in the great prize pool that they have for the players.
Tell us about your last U.S. Open. What happened?
My last U.S. Open, I predicted that I would be in the finals. I had a tough match against Thabo. Prior to last year, he beat me in the semis, 21-20, which was a close game. And then this past year, I beat him 21-20. And I had to face Taiwan. It was difficult for me to even make it past my very few games in day two to make it to the finals. I had a poor hamstring, so I was playing off of that. But I didn't use it as an excuse. I just went in there and tried to not focus on it and just play as hard as I can. I got to the finals. I played against Taiwan. He's sharp right now. The guy's playing amazing handball, dominating all his games, and I gave him a good run for his money, and he got the best of me at the end, and he was the champ of the U.S. Open.
How much money did you get?
I got for second, I got $2,000.
And the first place?
He got $10,000.
What did you do with the money?
What did I do with the money? I saved it. Saved the money.
Tell us about your journey into the handball. How did you get into it, please?
I come from an athletic background. A lot of my family, play sports. And during all my years in school, from elementary school to junior high school to high school, I was always involved in a lot of activities and sports. So I'm just naturally I'm a sports lover. I love sports. and my family was always around handball, so them bringing me on the weekends, the days I don't have school, to watch handball tournaments and see the competition level. Right away, I was drawn to it, and I wanted to play handball. I knew that's what I wanted to do from an early stage on. And at first, it wasn't easy, but I was willing to, put the effort in to making myself become who I am today.
How long it took you?
To become, well, right away I didn't jump into tournaments. I would always play in the parks, the local parks, and play a lot of games and watch a lot of great players. And I tried to understand the game before I got fully involved in the game. So I try to understand the game from an outside point of view, and just not being a player in the court. So once I put both of those two together, I felt comfortable enough to go out there and compete in tournaments. And right away when I started competing in tournaments, I was dominating the B division. And right away they just shot me up to the A. So once I got into the B division, the very next year I became an A player. I was already playing with the pros.
How old were you back then?
17.
Wow.
17. I got carded with an A card, which is when they push you to the open division.
You have a lot of titles in one wall. Can you please mention as many as you can?
I have about, just throwing it out there like off the top of my head, I have about 40 or more singles titles, about 76 or more open doubles titles, AB tournaments about 31, mixed tournaments about 12 to 15, and then a lot of B tournaments.
You have a lot of success in 3-wall and 4-wall too.
Yes, I have a lot of 3-wall and 4-wall titles as well.
Can we please take it one by one? Let's talk about 3-wall first.
So I ventured out when I was at the top of my 1-wall game. I would always hear about these guys competing at a high level on the west side. On the west side of the states, so like California, Arizona, Las Vegas, these guys, just as talented as us, but just playing a different version of the sport. So these guys was, playing 3-wall and dominating and playing, the most intense pace you could play at this sport. So I wanted to try something new and convert over there and feel that level of competition in that stage. So I went out over there, I started to, learn about the game, play it. At first, I was taking a lot of losses and then gradually worked my way up to becoming one of the best in that version of handball. It was fun, man. That journey was very fun and it was important to me. And also, it helped me better my 1-wall game. It just taught me a lot of patience on shots, how to be more, strategic in the game, and just build up that hunger.
Where do you play in Arizona?
We played in Tucson, Arizona, at an indoor facility. That's where I mostly played my 4-wall tournaments.
What's the beauty in 3-wall? What do you like about it?
It's a big difference. It's so not only like you have to have 2 great hands or endurance, but you also have to be very creative. Like you could just create a lot of shots. Also, the court is way wider and way in length, so it's a lot of court coverage. So it definitely, is more, to me, is you just have to put in more effort to get a win. And that's what I like about it. I'm a very competitive person. You have some very talented players out there in 3-wall, and they push you. They bring the best out of you. So I think that's what I like that about the sport.
Sometimes you are harsh to yourself in the game.
Yeah, I'm very hard on myself. It comes with, being a human being, competitive nature. I don't like to lose. I don't accept defeat well, but at the end of the day, you know, that's just a part of being competitive and being involved in the sport, you know.
How about four wall? What do you like about it?
And four wall, to me, it's the most fun version of handball because you're in a box and everything is just ricocheting wild over the walls. You know, it's a lot of rallying, it's a lot of shot creating, and a lot of strategy, especially in doubles. That is 4 players inside of a box and it's all closed up. You know, it's not that much space, so it's very fun to me. I like four wall.
No, he's answering. I gotta talk to the man.
You're hard on your partners too.
Yes. So, yeah, everyone knows me for being very hard on my partners. The reason I'm hard on my partners is because if I'm playing with a partner, I've already seen everybody game, so I've known they could get on the court and give me their full potential. But most players, when they play with me, they like to just let me, you know, carry on the team and put in all the effort. But I just tell them, like, we have to be, you know, in the tournament or in a money game, you know, locked in and play hard together. That way we don't have to struggle and make the game easier for us. But a lot of people, I have to understand, a lot of people, you know, they don't think the way I do. Or maybe they just not on that day when I try to push them to play their full potential. But it's just me, you know, knowing that they can play better with me and, you know, they get lazy or lack that intensity that I want to bring out of them.
Who is the most patient partner you have?
Probably Davo. I like playing with him because he could take me being hard on him and he just plays his game and he tries to elevate his game, you know, and reach my standards, you know. So probably him, he's very patient.
Who are your teachers?
My teachers? I don't really have teachers, but I learned a lot from
Mentors?
I learned a lot, you know, talking and playing and practicing with a bunch of guys from my park, you know, my stepdad, Junior, this guy that's a legend in my park, Yusuf, call him Master Rag, plays like Jerome, just, you know, a bunch of guys that have been around in the sport long, and just understanding their mindset in the game, you know, their court IQ, it was just a lot for me and it helped me, you know.
Last year, it doubles nationals against Taiwan, and it was a good game, and you got it. You say Boricua Lombo to Sabe. What does that mean?
Oh, wait, I didn't say that in so that was for the Nike commercial. I didn't say that during the nationals. Yeah, we did a Nike commercial, and I had said that phrase because the whole shoot was based on Puerto Rican Day Parade. So I just said that phrase, you know, at the end of the commercial because it was in the script. It was taught to me, so I could say it in this script.
What does it mean to you?
What the same mean to me? We just do everything with pride, you know. Just if you're gonna do something, give it your all and leave it all out there.
Timbo, I think you are the most accomplished player, and many people are looking up to you. What do you suggest, like the ones that are aspiring to become a good handball player as you, or?
Well, what do I want to give to them, like, as advice? To be honest, just believe, man. Put your mind to it. You put your mind to it. The mind is the most powerful thing in the world. So if you just put your mind to it and you really want it, you can go get it. You also got to put the effort. Nothing comes with ease. So as long as you put the effort, the time, and you know, you put that energy into, you know, becoming what you want to become in the sport, you definitely could do it. Don't ever, you know, not believe in yourself, because I had a lot of people tell me when I was coming into the open division, oh, welcome to the open division. Now you're with the, you know, you're with the top guys. You're not gonna progress very well or, you know, have success in these tournaments. And I just, I used it and channeled my energy to use it as motivation, and it helped me. And as soon as I got into the open division, I dominated right away. So, if people's doubting you, or even if you're doubting yourself, lift yourself up and just believe in yourself. You can definitely do it.
Are you playing pickleball?
No, but eventually I'll start playing. I've been playing, well, not no more, but I was playing pickleball a lot during my high school years and junior high school. So I'm familiar. I'm familiar with the sport, and it's fun, and I'm very good at it. I just, when I have the time, I just have to go out there and play it.
Where do you want to see handball go?
To be honest, it gradually got better. Everybody's dream is to hope, the sport make it to the Olympics, because we all believe it's just as great as any other sport out there. The mental toughness you need, the endurance, you gotta be in top shape. It has multiple sports in one, It has the endurance, it just has everything. It's a combination of a bunch of sports in one. And I believe that if this was in the Olympics, it'll be very exciting for, the fan base that could be potentially out there. And just to have new players and new people trying the sport out and becoming better. Just imagine if we had personal trainers and teams like NBA or boxing, how they have their trainers and their own team. Imagine if we had this it'll boost players' levels and confidence so much that you'll see everybody playing at their top form, top shape, and you'll get the best rallies, the best games, the best outcome in tournaments. It'll be a wonderful thing to see, man.
Probably you're, I think, the only one that were actually sponsored. Can we talk about money and the sponsorship? How was that working?
What, my sponsor or just sponsor?
Your sponsor, yeah.
Me, so I was with Red Bull for a while. It was great, they supported me with everything I needed. My travel funds, paying me monthly bonuses, supplying me with athletic gear and Red Bull product. I had a great run with them. I had a great group of teams, that kept me very successful during my run in the sport. So it was good to have people like that support me, especially such a big franchise, a brand like Red Bull. It was just like, I was grateful for that opportunity.
They covered your expenses?
They covered my expenses. Every time I won a tournament, they matched my winnings with prize bonus. And I was a regular athlete with them, so I was getting, monthly checks with them as a regular athlete.
How do we get more players like that?
To get sponsored?
Yes, sir.
To be honest, I was at the right place at the right time. I was lucky to be given that opportunity. But if you have players, at the top of their game and they have great sportsmanship, there's always someone out there looking to pick up, the next best thing. So, just everybody has to stay at they top shape and perform well and be great sportmen, and potentially, they can get that opportunity I have.
Anything else would you like to add?
We need more tournaments, more open tournaments, more female tournaments, more junior tournaments, just more tournaments, get more people involved. That way, they can have the urge to want to play once they see, we got a full year schedule of just busy with tournaments and get everybody involved. I just want to keep seeing more tournaments and more people, participating in these events, helping grow the sport.
Timo, thank you very much.
Thank you.